Welcome to When Nerds Learn to Fly.
Oh.
Good morning from Lhasa.
Last day.
We leave Tibet today by train at 16:10. It is 7:47, October 17th. Tuesday. As you know, our original trip was in September because of Hurricane Irma and a lot of changes. We came in October. We came right before the national convention. Now this has led to some
challenges communicating back home. VPN had dropped out, so no access to Facebook, which we were hoping to do the instant messenger.
And keep in contact with family and friends so that they know we're okay. That dropped out our first day in Lhasa a week ago.
Now, with a lot of the agreements that have been going on with Google, I know that they had certain limitations that they were asking Google to put on, and so they essentially kicked Google out. So we can't even use Google for doing searches, being that we're using an Android device. Google Play, we can't update any of our apps, widgets, or anything like that.
And we don't know if they really need updating, or if it's due to our VPN being blocked and us not being able to use Google. So that was original. Essentially, China broke the internet. In addition to that, Corey and I both are having a little bit of sinus and lung issues.
Maybe not quite bronchitis, but definitely a raspy cough. Probably a lot of the moisture that's here, the lack of moisture rather, that's here. Altitude might have a little bit, the pulmonary edema. I'm not too sure about that one.
That was what I was trying to look up on the internet when I realized China broke the internet.
It could be the pollution. There's a lot of smoke. A lot of smoking affects our sinuses quite a bit too. So it could be.
And all of the incense. Older vehicles with...
The vehicles without any emission.
Yeah.
Even though the majority of the smaller vehicles here now are electric, there are still some of the older... utilitarian vehicles that are burning really rich. Corey yesterday went out and got us some medication. Can you tell them about going and getting us medication? So there's a pharmacy that's right next door, and had a Tylenol cold and flu, brought that in, they'd flipped it over, they had their cell phones, they were taking pictures of it just to try to get information. They were looking, they said, and they're like, no. I went, nose, like this, and like that, and they're like, oh, okay. So they went and they brought it over, and both hands, and they showed it to me, and I'm looking at it going, sure, I guess so. Not really knowing, and so again going through the motions of today, 1 or 2, and she says 1 morning, 1 night, and I said okay, so 2 for one day, 1 in the morning, 1 night. Got it. Thank you so much. It was like 15 yuan. What is that, like $3, something like that.
Kind of similar to the U.S., I guess.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's about double in the U.S., isn't it?
So I think there's 12 of them here in the pack.
I haven't taken any yet. I'm finishing up my Tylenol cold and flu first.
So just going through some of the challenges that we've had in other countries. I think we had gotten something in Italy, and there was another whenever you were a little sick in Morocco.
Oh yeah.
And so,
theirs are usually better than ours.
Yeah, their pharmaceuticals are really good.
We picked up some in Mauritius too.
I don't remember that one.
It ended up being anti-anxiety medication.
Oh yeah.
Helps me sleep on planes.
Mm-hmm. And no doctor's prescription or anything like that. Usually you walk into the pharmacy and you can kind of, if they don't speak English, you can give a couple different Pictionary kind of. Go through the motions.
Ooh.
Yeah. It's leaking from everywhere.
And then they call in the CDC. You're hauled off because they think you have Ebola.
Yeah.
See?
There it is.
Okay, so whether this cold medicine works or not, it's worth it for the packaging alone. Check out that. Cool packaging. That's where we are right now. No internet. Can't look up pulmonary edema. Yeah.
Alright, so we're getting close to breakfast time.
So, see ya. Always an adventure.
Always.
Always an adventure.
Yeah, that's us.